Hello everyone, myself Shravanti, working as the assistant professor in the Department of Data Science and Cybersecurity in MLR Institute of Technology. Today my topic is language processing system. So today here I'm going to discuss what are the translators, what is a language translator, and what is language processing system, and what are the phases or what are the steps that takes place in order to process a language. So the first one is, what is a language translator? So language translator is nothing but here which the translates a program written in one language into its equivalent other language. So nothing but we can call it as a source program is converted into target program. So here the source program is nothing but we can take it as a high level language which is understandable by the human understandable language. This is converted into a low level language, that is nothing but machine language. Okay, so here the source program we can also call it as the source program, and we can call this as a machine program as a target program. We can call it as a target program. So nothing but the high level language is converted into low level language by using some translators. By using some translator, we are going to convert the high level language into a low level language. This is high level language is nothing but the user understandable format, and low level language is nothing but which is machine understandable format, which is written in the form of zeros and ones. Okay, so that is nothing but here the language. The source program is a high level language, whereas target language can be any machine language of a target machine. So there are two commonly used translators are there here, compiler and interpreter. So these are the two types of translators we are having here, the compiler and interpreter. So let us take one example. C is the source program. I am going to convert it into a low level language. So by using some compiler. So the compiler can be the translator. The translator, so it is nothing but there can be different types of translators. We can use compiler and interpreter. So the difference for the compiler and interpreter is, so compiler is nothing but here I have a C program is written. So all the lines of the program, the whole program is compiled at a time in order to generate a object code. In order to generate the object code, the whole C program is compiled and it generates a OBJ file. So nothing but this is nothing but the C program which is given as a input. So it scans the whole program at a time and it generates the object file if there are no syntactical errors are there in the program. So nothing but this is nothing but a compiler. Here I am using the translator as a compiler for C language. So let us take for a Java or a Python. So I am going to give here for the Python or Java is nothing but the interpreter is the language I am going to give. So what interpreter does is nothing but it won't scan all the lines of the program at a time. It scans line by line. So for example, this is my Java program. It scans line by line. It scans line by line. It scans the first line and it checks if any errors are there, and then the errors are rectified, then only it moves to the next line. So that is nothing but the interpreter is nothing but it scans line by line and it generates a dot class file. It generates the Java program will generate a dot class file. So interpreter is nothing but it scans line by line, but coming to the compiler, it scans the whole program, nothing but I have written this is my C program. It is saved with a.c and then it generates me that a.out. Nothing but the object file is going to be generated. Coming to here, this is nothing but a.java is the program which I have written. So example, the translator I am taking is here is interpreter. So the interpreter translates what is nothing but it translates one line by line. If in the first line, if any errors are there, then it won't go for the next line. Once the errors are clear, then only it moves to the next line. So in the same way, it generates that dot class file will be generated. So these are nothing but the different types of translators. Still, we can also have one more translator, that is nothing but assembler is also there. Okay, so the language translator is nothing but, so here the source program or the high level language or the human understandable language, English understandable format is converted into the target language. The target language can be the low level language. We can also call it as a machine language, that is in the form of zeros and ones, which is understandable by the machine. So to do this one, to convert this, we are going to use the translators, that is nothing but the compiler or interpreter. So here the first one is compiler. So compiler is nothing but a program reads program in one language called source language and translates into another language, that is nothing but the target language, which I have discussed now. The source program is given to the compiler. The compiler compiles the program. When the compiler compiles the program, if any error messages or any warnings are there, it rectifies those. Then only it generates the target program, or nothing but the object file will be generated. So coming to here, the language processing system. So what is language processing system? Here in the language processing system, the source program, nothing but the input is nothing but the source program is given as an input to the preprocessor directive. So here in the language processing system, so the source program to generate a absolute machine code or the executable file. So these are the phases that takes place in order to generate a executable file. When I give an input to the preprocessor to generate the executable file, so internally these are the phases that takes place to generate a .exe file. So let us see here. So input is nothing but here the source program which I am giving as an input to the input. So that is nothing but it is in a high level language. High level language is nothing but which is understandable by the human. So that is given as an input to the preprocessor directive. The preprocessor directive generates output as a pure high level language. It generates pure high level language as an output, and this pure high level language is given as an input to the compiler. The compiler generates the output as assembly language, and this assembly language is given as an input to the assembler. The assembler generates the output as object file, nothing but we can also call it as relocatable object file. Okay, so that is given as an input to the linker or loader. The linker or loader generates the absolute machine code. This absolute machine code is given to the executable file. So these are the process, these are the steps that takes place in order to generate a executable file. When we give a C program or when we give any high level language as an input, then it to generate the executable file, internally these are the phases that takes place and it generates the output. So that is nothing but we are going to call it as a language processing system. So how the language is processed internally. So these is nothing but these are the phases that takes place in order to generate a .exe file or executable file. So here first let us see here. So what is preprocessor? So for example, input is nothing but I have written some program here, hash include stdio.h, hash include stdio.h, hash define, let me take here pi with 3.14 and my main program starts. So this is one sample program I have written. So this is the program, it is in high level language. This high level language is given as the input to the preprocessor. So what the preprocessor does is the preprocessor eliminates the preprocessor directives. So the preprocessor directives are nothing but the hash tags. The hash is nothing but it is pointing to the preprocessor directives. It eliminates the preprocessor directives from the source program, nothing but from the high level language, and then it generates the pure high level language as a output from the preprocessor directive. From these programs, so what are the preprocessor directives we have? See here, hash include stdio.h is the preprocessor directive. Nothing but we can also call these as a file inclusion, and hash define pi 3.14. So this is nothing but the macro expansion. So these are some preprocessor directives which I used in this program. So these preprocessor directives are going to be eliminated when it generates a pure high level language as the output. See here, hash include stdio.h is used. Why? Because here the printf is a function that is predefined function which I am going to use here. So to do this one, I need to have a standard input output header files need to be there. So this hash define pi 3.14 is nothing but it is a macro expansion. So macro expansion is nothing but in the whole program, wherever I find a pi, that pi will be replaced with 3.14 value. The pi will be replaced with a 3.14 value. The constant values are going to be replaced here. So here, once the output is coming from the preprocessor is nothing but it is going to eliminate the preprocessor directives. The preprocessor directives are nothing but here hashtags will be eliminated. The hashtags will be eliminated. Here only in the preprocessor directive, just we are going to eliminate the preprocessor directives. We are not going to do any computations over here. Computations are nothing but we are not going to calculate the x value, all those. We are just going to replace those values. Pi is replaced with 3.14 into r into r. So these are the changes which we are going to do here. and that is nothing but once these preprocessor directives are eliminated, so this is the program which is in a pure high level language. This is the pure high level language as the output that is given to the compiler. So initially it is a high level language that is given to the input to the preprocessor directive. So once the preprocessor directive and gets the source program, it eliminates the file inclusions and macro expansions, nothing but the preprocessor directives, and it gives the output to the output as a pure high level language. That pure high level language is given as an input to the compiler. So the compiler checks here what the compiler does here. So the compiler is nothing but it is translating it into a low level language. So the compiler, what it does, the compiler generates or the compiler converts this pure high level language into a assembly language. The compiler translates this pure high level language into a assembly language. Assembly language is nothing but it generates some object file will be generated from this compiler phase. So now this compiler phase, the object file which is generated is given as input to the assembler. So what the assembler does here is nothing but the assembler generates here mnemonics will be generated over here. So mnemonics are nothing but here move, store and multiplication and load. So these are nothing but few mnemonics will be generated over here. So that is nothing but here that will be given as a input to the assembler. So now these assembler generates a object code. Object code is nothing but the relocatable object file will be generated. So what these relocatable object file will be doing here? The relocatable object file is given as an input to the linker or loader. So here once this program is written here, move, load, all these things are there. So relocatable is nothing but, so the name itself it is telling that when once it is coming from this one to this hard disk, again from this hard disk it is moving to here, then nothing but the memory will be allocating is different. So when it moves from the hard disk to the registers, the memory will be allocating is differently memory will be allocated. So nothing but that is nothing but relocatable machine code. So this machine code is given to the hard disk once, and the next time when we are getting from hard disk to the memory, so nothing but here the memory initially what it is allocated, that memory will be replaced. Nothing but this memory will be allocated by some other things. So nothing but, so the name itself it is telling that relocatable machine code. So this relocatable machine code is given as an input to the linker. So what the linker does is nothing but, so every main function will generate some object files. Every function will generate object files. So the linker links all the object files. The linker links all the object files and generates a absolute machine code. So absolute relocatable code or nothing but absolute machine code will be generated. So the linker links all the object files. So nothing but here the linker links all the object files is nothing but some 10,000 functions I am going to get. All those functions I am not going to group into a single one. So here whatever the functions or whatever the lines that I am in need, so those lines of program will be linked together and it generates a OBJ file. So that file is given to the loader. So the loader loads it into the main memory and it generates a executable file and it generates .exe file. So this is nothing but the language processing system. So let us go for each and every one. Preprocessor collects all the modules files in case if the source program is divided into different modules stored at different files. So the source program is given as the input. Now, and if the preprocessor generates the output as the modified source program, the source program will be in the form of high level language and it gives the output as a pure high level language. Pure high level language as the output. So the preprocessor here it eliminates all the preprocessor directives. Nothing but the hashtags will be eliminated and here only elimination is going to be done. No computations are going to be done over here. So this is nothing but the preprocessor generates a pure high level language as a output. The compiler. So compiler, the translator that takes input as a source program written in high level language and converts it into equivalent target program. So the pure high level language is given as the input to the compiler. The compiler generates a low level language, that is nothing but the assembly code it generates. So when generating it, the compiler checks if any errors are there, syntactic errors or semantic errors, those all the errors are rectified and it generates a assembly code. It will be generating a assembly code as the output. The assembler takes the assembly code and produces a relocatable machine code. So the assembly language is given as an input to the assembler. The assembler generates a object code, nothing but the relocatable machine code as the output. So what it is, nothing but relocatable machine code is nothing but it will be in the form of move, load, store, multiplication, all the registers. These are nothing but we will be calling it as mnemonics. So these are the mnemonics that will be here. So it generates a object code will be generated here in the assembler. This object code is given as an input to the linker. So the linker, what it does is the linker collects all the object files. The linker collects all the objects files which are created by the assembler and the compiler, and those all the combines and it generates a single executable file, nothing but single .exe file will be generated. So nothing but if I am having 1000 files are there, 1000 obj files are there, nothing but object files are there. In that 1000 object files, I need only 50 object files I am in need. So those 50 object files are combined and it generates a executable file, nothing but combined into a single object file, and that single object file is given as a executable file. So here the executable file is the loader does is it takes the executable files and that places it into the memory, nothing but it is placed in the RAM. So the loader is a program that places object files into the RAM. So this is nothing but the language processing system. So what we are going to do here is nothing but, so the high level language is given as an input to the preprocessor. The preprocessor generates a pure high level language as the output. The pure high level language is consisting of without the preprocessor directives, nothing but the hashtags will be eliminated. The pure high level language is given as an input to the compiler. The compiler generates a assembly code, nothing but the machine code it will be generating. The machine code is given as an input to the assembler. Assembler generates a object file, nothing but relocatable machine code. So the relocatable machine code is given to the linker. The linker combines all the object files which are generated from the assembler as well as the linker, and these all the object files are combined into a single executable file. It generates a single executable file. That single executable file is given to the loader. The loader loads these executable object file into the RAM. So this is nothing but the language processing system. Thank you.